Old Dad, feeding you pearls. Come on in.
Hey guys, old dad here. Oh yeah, you can see where I'm going today. 90% of my videos are usually about humor. But I'm not feeling too funny today. I finally had enough. So before we start, before you people start screaming racist and bigot, let's get a few things very clear. You see this guy right here? This man right here is probably one of the greatest Americans that ever lived. He never burned one building. He never robbed one store. He never destroyed one town. And he changed an entire generation. You see, what's happening here is that I, being an older white guy, am going to get labeled a racist or a bigot. And you know nothing about me. So here's a quick synopsis. This is my beautiful wife. Been married almost 27 years, and as long as we're doing identity politics, yes, she's Hispanic, and we have 4 mixed sons, and the best man at my wedding, and still one of my all-time best friends, is a black man. Oh my gosh, can I say that? Yes, I can. So before you throw your ideology and your propaganda BS my way, let me go ahead and tell you what I really think again about this. Not one dime, not a single penny from me whatsoever. And I'll tell you why. Because this entire thing started with Colin Kaepernick taking a knee after he was benched. He started taking a knee, and a few practices later, or right before pregame, he shows up in a t-shirt with Fidel Castro on the front of it and little pigs on his socks with law enforcement hats on. Class act. Do you know who Fidel Castro is? Do you have a clue? Well, he tortured and murdered and maimed thousands and thousands of his own citizens. He's a Marxist, just like BLM organization is. Come on, y'all. I've been reading it on your website forever. So let's be honest with each other. Let's be honest, because facts, again, don't care about your feelings. So when he comes out there with that, I've never seen boatloads of people leaving the United States to go see the man that you had on your shirt. You lost me there. When you continue kneeling at the anthem, you lost me again. And I'll tell you why you lost me. Because this right here, oh, wait a minute, we're doing identity politics today. This beautiful Asian woman and her wonderful Asian son, that's her dressing him in his dress blues for the Marine Corps. You can see what's about to happen here. And have you ever wondered when they come off the transport planes, our beautiful, wonderful service people, men and women, flag draped coffins, and they've got everybody in the military down there to take them off. Do you suppose as they're taking the caskets off that any of the military people look at each other and go, I wonder what color he was? No, they don't. You see, I'm not allowed to say all lives matter because then you paint me as a racist. Do black lives matter? Absolutely they do. All lives matter. But don't sit here with this ideology. 90% of your money you're funneling to old white guys, or a good portion of it to the Democratic Party. That's not a movement. How many rec centers have you built? How many crack houses have you torn down? How many times has LeBron James and Colin Kaepernick and everybody else on a knee walked in there with their China-made Nikes into Chicago, into Baltimore, Minneapolis, Detroit? You may name about 7 or 8 more. All you got to do is look if it says a D in front of the mayor or the governor. See, that's a fact that you don't want to talk about. It's not what we're supposed to talk about. The silent majority stays silent. Here's what you really fear. This right here is what you really fear. And the media fears it too. Fear this right here. Because we come together as one. You see, when Joe Biden, when he jumped on and had Kamala Harris, got to make sure I say that right or I'm racist, Kamala Harris as the vice president, we all know the DNC chose it for him. But when he brought her on, immediately I started hearing a bunch of stuff. Oh, well, her family had slaves. And more recent than anybody here in America did. Well, you want to know something? Kamala Harris didn't have slaves, so I don't care. You see, what has happened or what has gotten away is that we stop judging people off their character and we start judging them by their skin color. Just the opposite of what this man taught us all. Taught everybody. You see, I'm not a racist. And no matter how often you scream it, no matter how often you try to declare it, I'm not. But I don't buy into that ideology at all. You're missing. In fact, here's what I wish you would do. I wish all black lives would matter. Not when de Blasio goes over and talks to somebody who their 3-year-old child got a bullet put through their brain by a drive-by shooting. And what is he telling them? Your thoughts and prayers. I mean, you're with us here. Oh, but I just finished painting Black Lives Matter in front of Trump Tower. Really? Where are you going with it? It's dead. It's over. It's stupid. It's ignorant. You got to stop. You got to stop. You got to join people like me arm in arm. You got to denounce this violence. The DNC has how many speakers? 50? 7,500? Not one of them talks about the violence. Not one. Not one time did we talk about the violence going on in the streets and what's going on. You see, Black Lives Matter, your biggest mistake that you made was aligning yourself with people who cover their face with their ideology. They cover their face, kind of like those guys. Now, I'm in my 50s. I've never met one of them because all they're going to do is get some sign language for me because that's what they deserve. And that's the same thing that these guys deserve as well. You aligned yourself with somebody like that. You had everybody on your side. What happened to George Floyd was despicable. And we're still learning more about that. And then this happens in Wisconsin, and the Mets and the Marlins walk off, and the NBA walks off. And the first thing I said was after the facts come out, I wonder what they're going to say. But regardless of what the facts are, they'll come back to the court because they want to get paid. So what are you going to do when guys like me, and there's millions of us, and we're not racist. We're not racist. No matter how high you scream it, it doesn't make it true. We're not racist people. But we're sick of this. We're sick of the ideology. We're sick of the violence. We're sick of all of it. And I'm sick of giving you my money. And there's millions more like me. And we're the millions that get up in the morning and we go to work and we raise our kids and we try not to break the law. If you think for one, we do all the dying, living, eating, breathing, and tax paying in this country. And we're sick of it. And I hope you wake up because you're not making friends doing this. You're just spewing the ideology and the propaganda and the narrative, and the media loves to run with it. If you don't believe me, ask the parents of 5-year-old Cannon. See, fact is this, is that nobody wants this anymore. We're tired of this. I don't even want to watch you. Those days are over, and you're not going to get a dime of my money. You're not going to get a dime of my money. And there's millions and millions just like it. So Roger Goodell, all you guys over there in the NFL and the NBA, Major League Baseball, all of you, stop. Stop. Join arm in arm and say that all lives matter. Point's been made. It's over. It's turning in the wrong direction for you, and you better stop. You darn right they're going to go back and they're going to play. I'm telling you right now they're going to go back and they're going to play because they want that paycheck. Nothing wrong with being honest. Is there?
Thanks for coming by. See you in a few days.